Well, I started in the mid-90s, involved with an amateur league in Derby, the Marlow Players. Did most of our productions down at the Derby Playhouse, as it was then down in the studio. I was there with them for about 3 years. At the time, I was also working for the Derby Heritage Centre at the time. So whilst doing that, I got called to do a documentary about the Jacobite Rebellion, which is my first sort of intake into the film side of things. And it was fun, and so the acting on the stage was fun. And I didn't get back into it again until 2011. By this time, I was working as a steward at the Guildhall Theatre in Derby, and the Derby Shakespeare Theatre Company were doing a production of Pride and Prejudice. And again, it sparked the curiosity. The thing had been there, I must get back into it at some point. It just so happened that they came along, and I thought, oh yes, I'll join these. So the next one I actually got involved with was Much Ado About Nothing, which was performed at Derby Grammar School, and then we took it to the Minack Theatre in Cornwall. So I can actually say I was actually spoiled, because the first job I got to do out was outdoors in Derby, and that's one of the finest outdoor theatres in the country. It seemed to me things were going in a certain way, so I was going to follow it. So I'd say I got the place in the 1623 course, did Macbeth, did Games Time. And then as a result of doing lots again on 1623, that's when I met Ava. Ava got me into a very, very short film called Dreams, which is about 30 seconds long, something like that. And it sort of started that process going, and it's been going ever since. Not entirely sure where it's going to land or where it's going to end, but that's part of it, I think.
What are some of the main challenges of acting really in what is, I know Derby's quite big, but it's not really one of the biggest cities in the country really. It
isn't. There's a lot going on. People don't quite realise just how much is going on. I think it's time to start saying that there are at least 5 independent theatre companies based in Derby. There's 4 or 5 independent filmmakers all based in Derby. 1 feature film, 1 sitcom pilot. There's stuff being made here, and it's the start of I think it's the start of an industry.
So what was it like working with Duncan and myself on the film Sally?
Well, as I say, it was an interesting experience. When I realised that there were Tina, who I was sort of familiar with, so therefore it wasn't too bad because I sort of knew how she was going to perform. So to me, I think because the set was relaxed, people knew what they were doing. Well, at least to me, they appeared to know what they were doing. Whether that was true or not, I wouldn't know. But to me, they knew, the guys knew what they wanted, how they wanted it to be done, which helps us, because obviously if you've got somebody with a clear idea what they want, then we can do our best to deliver that. And I like the idea behind it. And it sort of doesn't quite go where you think it's going to go either. So it was a very enjoyable act experience. I'll work with them again, thank you very much.
What advice would you give to someone who thinks acting's really just like a young man's game?
Well, the first thing I'd do is to go out and find, the way I started, to find an amateur company and try it. I mean, it started with me. I didn't think I was going to go anywhere with it. I thought I was just going to stay on the amateur side of things. But one thing has led to something else and led to something else. Instead of doing this, instead of doing job seekers, instead of being on the YSP media books as well. So it's led to other things. And because I've sort of made friends and contacts through other things, it'll lead to other things. But you've got to, the thing that you have to make that first step and say, yeah, I'll give it a go. That's the thing I would say.